Hey guys, it's me. Just checking in. I wanted to do a little bit of discussion about to end up the week. Okay, so a few things. So next week, just so you all know, we're going to be moving into photography. So get ready to start taking some pictures next week. Do your best not to fall behind this week because writing is going to be over. No, we'll continue to write in various ways, but we'll be moving on pretty quickly week to week from one genre to the next. So falling behind just can start to feel overwhelming. So just, do your best. So I asked on Slack if there were any questions from the class that people wanted me to answer, and and so I was going to go ahead and answer some of those now. And excuse me, just 1 second. I'll be right back. I said no! Sorry about that. I am so sorry. Anyway, so I just going to answer some questions. The first one was, some people were asking about how do you find like cool themes in WordPress? I guess, so when you install WordPress, you get a couple of default themes, but if you click on Add Theme, it'll take you to the WordPress theme repository, and there's thousands of themes there that you can pick from. So it's under Appearance, Add Themes, and that'll take you to the theme repository. And as Elena mentioned, checking out the Popular tab can be really helpful because very often there's some good ones there. So that's how you can add themes. Somebody asked about, this is a great question. So how many posts are we actually writing every week? There was some discussion about this all week. So basically this is your guideline. You should have a new post for every media assignment that you do out of the assignment bank, and you should have a new post for each reflection post that you do. So for this week, that would be your reflection, for example, on the short stories that you read. And then you should have a weekly summary post at the end of every week. How many media assignments, to go back to like a new post for each media assignment, how many of those you have depends on how many assignments you do. You'll have at least 3 because you'll have one for alternate ending assignment, one for Products of the Apocalypse, and, well, you'll have 4 because you have to do 6 more stars, and you would have to do at least 2 more assignments to meet that requirement. But if you did like 6 1-star assignments, then you'd end up with a lot of posts. If you did 2 3-star assignments, then you'd just add up with 4 total, 2 additional ones. So that's kind of how posts work. Hopefully that's clear. Now, optionally, you can write posts anytime you want. You can write posts about the work you're doing on your WordPress site. You can write posts responding to something someone else has written or shared. That's really up to you. I don't care. I encourage you. I want your blog for the class to feel like your own. So, write whatever posts you need to in addition to the ones that are assigned. Also some questions about due dates, like when are things actually due? So generally speaking, the work of a week is due by Monday at midnight. There are just a few exceptions to this if there are specific assignments I give that are due on a specific day. So for example, the daily creates. When you choose a daily create or you're assigned a daily create, that should be done on the day the prompt comes out. So that's how that works. Everything's due Monday at midnight, but look out for those specific little things that may be due during the week. How do daily creates work? So this week you have to do Tuesday's daily create. Everybody should do that. And then everybody needs to do at least 2 others. You pick the day, you do the daily create, and you share that daily create on Twitter using the tags that are listed on the daily create prompt. You don't have to do specific. If I say choose 2, it's totally up to you, and it's only 2. If you like them and you want to do them every day, go for it. But I'm not expecting anybody at this point to be doing one every day. So that's the daily create. If you do that, if you share what you did on Twitter and you use those tags, eventually your work will show up on that prompt page for the daily create with a list of everybody who's done that prompt, which is kind of cool. You can see what everybody has done. Questions of the week. There was a question this week about where do we actually discuss question of the week. That should really be in your weekly post. I guess if you're really inspired by question of the week and you want to write a post about it, you can, but I'm not expecting that to be its own standalone post. That can just be something you talk about in your weekly post. And then finally, we had a really great post question about whether or not it would be possible to do some kind of face-to-face meetings. So this is an online class, but we do have 31 people. And as I've talked about earlier this week in the other video, it's hard to track 31 people online. It's really hard to it's really hard to kind of keep all of those people in your head. And so there was some interest in maybe getting together face-to-face. And what I have to say about that is I can't make it a requirement of the class because some of you may not be able to make face-to-face meetings. But I'm happy to facilitate those in any way that I can. One thing I've been thinking about is that starting next week, we're going to start watching some movies and TV show episodes that maybe I would host once a week a viewing for that week. And I would change up the days and times. It would probably be during the day most weeks, just because I usually leave by 5. And people, whoever can, could come and sit in and watch and get to know each other. If that sounds like something you're interested in, let me know on Slack, because I'm happy to facilitate that. But anything else, like if you want to have a face-to-face brunch, I think that was mentioned, just pick a day and I'll reserve a room and we'll all bring something to share and we'll get to know each other. Understanding that not everybody is going to be able to make those, so it's in no way a requirement that you do part of that, be part of face-to-face meetings. But we absolutely can do that if that's something that you're all interested in. So to summarize, this week you will know you are done when, here's your list. You have done Tuesdays, the 30th's Daily Create, plus 2 additional Daily Creates. You've picked your novel and you've shared which novel you've picked on Slack and Twitter. You've read at least 2 stories from that short story list that I talked about, and you've reflected upon it in a reflection post. You've done all of your writing assignments from the assignment bank, and you've written the posts for them. You've started to just kind of organize your WordPress site if you haven't done that already. You've been reading and commenting on your classmates' work. And finally, you've written your weekly post. I know that sounds like a lot, but some of that's really small stuff, like making sure you read each other's posts and comment and doing your daily creates. But that's the rundown for the week. No, I don't have anything else. No, I don't have anything else to tell you today. But stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be more soon. And I hope you're really enjoying the end.